Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see you all. What a wonderful day. Great day to be here. First Lady and I are so incredibly excited to be with so many great Seminole fans and great boosters and people that contribute to this university. We could not have done it without all of you. We really could not have. And it's really important to realize that when I came in as president, one of the couple of things that we really set out to do was put a shovel in the ground on the new business school and on this football ops facility. And we made it a priority with the help of Chairman Collins and with A.D. Alford. We set this out to be a priority for us to do. And here we are today putting a shovel in the ground. You may not have seen all the behind-the-scenes things that we've had to go through over the last year and the machinations. It hasn't been easy to get to this point for a variety of reasons, but we're so proud to be standing in front of all of you today and put in motion a vision that was set forth many years ago. Of course, this wouldn't have happened without the support of so many people, the donors, the Dunlaps, and also the leadership at the university. Our chairman, Peter Collins, has been absolutely instrumental making sure that we keep the accelerator on and push down hard. Vice President and Director of Athletics, Michael Alford, has done an amazing job to get us to where we are today, as well as the President and CEO of Seminole Boosters, Stephen Ponder, who's there, Coach Norvell, and of course, the Dunlaps. So glad that Judy, that you're here with us today. Thank you. Al and Judy Dunlap have left a lasting legacy through this entire campus with their generosity. The incredible gifts that they have provided to this university have supported the Albert and Judith A. Dunlap Student Success Center and allowed us to build an outdoor and indoor football practice fields. The Dunlap Champions Club is also named in their honor. Al and Judy made the lead gift to our Unconquered campaign that inspired so many people who were so passionate about Seminole athletics to help the dream of this football facility become a reality. Thank you, Judy. Thank you so much, and thank you for all you've done and given so generously, you and Al. And I also want to thank each and every donor. Many who are listed on the signs today are some of the biggest Seminole fans that we have who have given so generously to this university. We're in great gratitude and appreciation. When you give to Florida State University, you give to us because you believe in what we're going to do. It is more than just winning on the field and winning in the classroom, but it's about the Seminole spirit, the family spirit that we bring and you bring to this university. Giving to this university is a demonstration of love and loyalty, and it really is one of the things that makes this university truly special. Everywhere we go since we've been here in 16 months, we feel the love of this university, the love for athletics, the love and support of our academic programs, and everybody sporting the garnet and the gold and telling us how excited they are about the future of our university and athletics. One of the things I've been saying lately is that this is our time. This is our time at Florida State University. Other universities are struggling with budgets and enrollments and struggling in athletics, and we just are not. We're one of the few universities that's rising up in academics and at the same time with a goal of winning national championships in every single sport. That's the goal that we have at Florida State University. We, of course, couldn't get here without all the great people that make this happen. The coaches, our athletics department, administration there, the great assistant coaches, the staff, and most importantly, our student athletes. The student athlete experience that they have at universities is really difficult. It's basically like having 2 full-time jobs. And when you have 2 full-time jobs, you have to be dedicated, you have to have time management, and you have to have the dedication and fortitude to be able to accomplish what you do in the classroom and what you do on the field. That is no easy feat. And the coaches that help those student athletes maintain that ability to get their grades where they should be, which, by the way, I'm going to take away I'm going to steal some of A.D. Alford's thunder. No, I won't. They did very well in the classroom. How's that? I'll do a half measure for you, A.D. Alford. And at the same time, you know the accomplishments that they're having on the field. So they're an important part of this university, and the backbone and the competitive spirit that runs throughout this whole entire university can be tagged back to our athletics. The national visibility of our brand is tied not only to the amazing academics that we have here, but our national brand in athletics. When we go out on that field, and Coach Norvell with our football program, and we beat Miami and we beat the Gators on national television, which is particularly sweet. It's just pretty sweet. It just doesn't get any better than that. I'm sorry. And you all know that better than I do. But, you know, when you pull up FSU football, the first score that comes up on when you Google that, the first thing that pops up is the score that we had against Florida, our last game of the season. There's nothing that makes anybody happier in the world when you're looking up things on the internet like I do constantly to see that. Thank you to the athletes. Thank you, Coach Norvell. Thank you to your staff for doing that. But something that's really important about that win and what our student athletes work so hard in preparation and put so much into getting and producing on the field, that manifestation of that hard work and those wins lead to incredible brand recognition for our great university. Millions and millions of people look at what's happening, commercials, what our athletes are doing in the field, and that representation is incredibly important as we continue in our climb to be an even better university than we are today. In my State of the University address a couple of weeks ago, I described Florida State University as a university in relentless pursuit of excellence. And we have those high standards in athletics, and that's the reason we're embarking on building this new facility. This is going to be a tremendous asset to our university and athletics program, and especially to our exceptional football program. But every sport at this university will benefit, as it will allow us to repurpose some of the existing space that we have. We're so excited to putting a shovel in the ground today and to get construction started. And I want to thank everyone again that made this happen. I look forward to see you at the Cheez-It Bowl. And most importantly, go Noles.
Thank you, President McCullough, Dr. Vardakar, for your support, not only of this facility, but all what you do for all of our athletic programs. I can't tell you the impact you have, not only on us as a staff, but also our student athletes, and I just want to thank you for that. Thank you, Chairman Collins, Chairman Dudley, Vice President Clark, Vice President Egan, for all your support and all the late nights and late phone calls as we talk about this facility as well. Jen, Jay, also want to apologize for the late night calls of Chairman Collins and the President to discuss some of these facilities, and thank you for letting me steal them and after hours. I truly appreciate it. As the president mentioned, great things are happening on this campus. Our student body moved into a state-of-the-art student union just a few months ago, and if you had an opportunity to tour that facility, I highly recommend it. It's amazing the impact that facility is having on our students and their life. We recently broke ground on our outstanding business school Legacy Hall, and that's having such an impact as we go out and recruit student athletes and be able to show the future of what we're doing on this campus with the facilities. It really makes a tremendous impact. And we break ground today on a facility that is essential to the continued growth and the needs of a premier elite football program in this country. This new facility is well-deserved. It will provide our student athletes with the proper environment in which to train and grow academically and athletically. And I did mention academically because I'm proud the president didn't steal my thunder from letting him know from last night, but I get some information last night. As a department, we set an all-time record GPA in the fall of the 3.2 GPA as a department. And our football program, during season, I may add, had the highest GPA of almost a 2.9 as a football program during the fall. And I want to thank Coach Norvell for his attention and his leadership to all phases of that program. Not only are we doing it on the field, but the attention to detail off the field and the standard set and the academics is truly something that we all should be proud of. We must keep investing in our programs, athletically and academically, as well as our brand, as the president mentioned, because we need to keep them the elite. There is a standard here at Florida State. The president, the chairman, both chairmen and I talk about it all the time. There's a standard of Florida State University, and there's a standard of the football program as well. It is unmatched. You're talking 3 national championships, 15 ACC championships. This will be our 49th bowl appearance. Since 1980, 26 wins in bowl games is the most in the country. And the president and I talk brand all the time. And you look over the last 8 years as we lead the ACC in the regular season with the average of nearly 3.1 million in viewership every time the Noles are on TV. Just this past year, we had the ACC's 2 most watched games. Our game versus LSU, 3rd highest Sunday night audience on record. And who can forget Friday night at Doak? It was the most watched Friday game on any network since 2011. This program is not only the growth of the university, but also the economic impact it has on this community. You've heard me mention before, 60% of our fan base travels to Tallahassee over 3.5 hours to get here on a game day. That is dedication from our fan base and our alums, and we truly appreciate it. It creates over $80 million annually in economic impact to this local community. Creates over 1,000 jobs that represents $24.5 million in local wages. Truly, we appreciate all the fans that come here at Doak and the impact it has on this community. But this program's health is important, and this structure will be built solely through the generosity of our fans and through the hard work of both our Seminole booster staff and the athletic staff. As most of you are aware, we're a self-sustaining department, meaning that we must raise the capital we need to support the operations of all 20 programs and the education of over 550 student athletes. The Dunlap Football Center will allow us to grow them even more, as we're going to be able to get into vacated spaces in the Moore Athletic Center and significantly improve our accommodations for sports and some of our departments. It will have a dramatic impact on our academic center. It will create tremendous additional opportunities to improve the strength and conditioning areas, and will be offered new team meeting spaces and offices. In short, this facility is going to touch everyone within our department and every single athlete. Thank you again, President McCullough, for your support, your leadership. I want to thank Ms. Dunlap and the Dunlap family for their remarkable support of all of our programs throughout the years. This would not be possible without all of y'all's support. And we want to thank those who've already supported this project and those who will financially support it in the future. Plug for Stephen. And we can't wait to break ground because this is going to have such a dramatic impact, once again, on this university, this community, and all of Florida State athletics. It's always a great day being Nole, but today is very special. Go Noles.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Rob. I just want to thank everybody for being here today. Everybody's got things they could be doing, but we don't take it for granted, so I just wanted to thank you. It was great to spend time today with Mrs. Dunlap. We've tried to arrange visits and haven't been able to meet, but we got to spend time with her and her entire family. Y'all have made a tremendous impact on Florida State, not just in athletics, but across the board, and I just wanted to tell you thank you again for all you do. Thank you. A coach talked about foundation, and I just really wanted to talk for a minute about how we got here from Seminole Boosters' perspective. Kind of what led us to today. Seminole Boosters has a long history of support nationally. From afar, as I watched Seminole Boosters in Florida State, Seminole Boosters is recognized nationally as a premier brand in fundraising. Today, I just want to recognize Charlie Dudley. He was recognized earlier, but Charlie is the 61st chair that Seminole Boosters has had in its history. So thank you for your service, Charlie. We've also had, yes, agreed. We've got many others here today that were also chairs of the Seminole Boosters throughout different decisions, different things that were made, but everyone made the decision that was for the right thing to move Florida State forward. And so, in addition to that, we've had over 450 unique board members serve of their time, treasure, and talents over time. So thank you for that. Many of you are here today. I also want to thank Andy Miller and Michael Alford for their time served as president and CEO of this organization. Their fingerprints are all over the organization. I want to thank the staff, current and past. It takes a village. I say that all the time, whether it be from a donor perspective, staff, everywhere. But many of our staff that are here today, thank you for what you do and for those that came before us. But ultimately, I think you can see with the collective efforts of everyone that I've talked about, the cumulative fruits of everyone that's involved to make Florida State a national brand. Coach Bowden broke ground here basically, so to speak, in 1976 to build this football program. He had a vision and passion for FSU football, FSU athletics, and FSU overall. His impact can be seen in buildings, banners, rings, but as Coach said, more importantly, in people. And I think his most important legacy that he passed on was how he impacted people. To date, since we launched the Bowden Society, September 23rd, when we beat Boston College here, we have 290 donors now in the Bowden Society, okay? 67 since the Boston College game, and I just want to thank everybody for that. Those 290 donors have donated over $64 million to this project. So again, I just want to tell you thank you for that, because again, we get involved in doing what we're doing, and back to people, it's people that makes the difference. So I just wanted to tell everybody individually, thank you for what you do. As Michael said, there's always, he was stealing thunder a little bit. I guess the president does it to you, and you're like, well, here we go. But ultimately, one of the things that I want to make sure of as I'm thanking people, that it's not a backhanded thank you. You know, that there's not an ask that comes with it automatically, like thank you for giving, but. So the people who've given, I want to say thank you. But for those that aren't here today that haven't given, we hope that you will take the step forward and join the Bowden Society, because it's not going to just impact this facility, but it's going to impact all of our facilities across Florida State athletics. And lastly, I just wanted to say thank you to all Seminole Booster members, regardless of the amount given. I get this a lot. People will say things to me about the amount they give, and I just want to let everybody know it matters. The investment that someone makes matters. Obviously, we want people to give more. That's not a secret. But the impact of what people give, their time, effort, and energy, we appreciate. So with that, I just wanted again to say thank you, and go Noles.
On behalf of Mrs. Dunlap and her family, we want to thank Carrie Terazakis, Bailey Watson, and Danny Palazzo for putting this event together. Great job. Thank you. Very well done. Mrs. Dunlap's words, not mine. Mrs. D, thank you so much. I want to also thank, many of you have heard it takes a village. I want to introduce to you some of that village today, some of her family and closest friends. The Thornton family is here, the Mayer family is here, the Leeds family is here, the Nickerson family is here. Please give this village a round of applause. Thank you all for being so important in Mrs. Dunlap's life. We really appreciate you. We did ask Mrs. D to speak today with class and respect. She said no and declined, and put that on me. I apologize in advance, ladies and gentlemen. You have to hear this. We know you'd rather hear from her, but thank you, Mrs. D, for the opportunity. Mrs. Dunlap, who would have thought that we would be here? 17 and a half years ago, I was an unpaid intern when our former executive vice president, Charlie Barnes, left a motel room in Lake City to go call on a couple named Al and Judy Dunlap in Ocala, Florida. Can you believe we're here now? Your lifetime giving at that moment was 0.0. You had come to speak at the College of Business in the mid-90s. Now your legacy and lifetime total giving exceeds $40 million. Thank you so much. You heard President McCullough talk a little about your legacy. I want to better illustrate that to more quantify it. But we have the Al Dunlap football practice fields we're on right now. We have the Albert J. and Judith A. Dunlap Student Success Center. There's the Albert J. Dunlap Athletic Training Facility. We also have in the south end zone of the stadium, the Albert J. and Judith A. Dunlap Champions Club. And last but certainly not least, the reason we're here today, the Albert J. and Judith A. Dunlap Football Center. Thank you for your magnificent legacy and everything you've done. And on that note, I know we have a great group of university leaders who are going to follow through on that legacy and make sure that it is safeguarded. I want to say thank you on behalf of the Dunlap family, President McCullough, First Lady Dr. J, VP A.D. Alford, First Lady of FSU Athletics Laura Alford, Chairman Collins, First Lady of the Board of Trustees Jennifer Collins, President CEO Stephen Ponder, and First Lady of Seminole Boosters Sloan Ponder, as well as Chairman Dudley and First Lady of the Board of Directors of Seminole Boosters Allison Dudley. Thank you all for your leadership, and thank you for helping safeguard their legacy. Thank you to our Seminole Boosters staff and our athletic staff as well for your dedication to making this a reality. And also, Mrs. D, we mentioned your legacy a few times. Not only is your legacy, yours and Mr. D's legacy that you've built here at Florida State safe, it is truly, truly treasured. We appreciate you so much. We will always take that to heart, ma'am. Thank you so much for all you do. Yes. And last but certainly not least, I want to part ways with you with a gift here. We have something special for you. I'm going to grab my visual aid and better explain this for you. This is the front elevation designed by Populous of the building, of the facility. It is a 2006 photo at the bottom of you and Mr. D taken in your Hilton Head home, which we know you love that photo, and we do as well. And we've got a nameplate here at the bottom commemorating today's special occasion. Albert J. and Judith A. Dunlap Football Center groundbreaking ceremony, December 17th, 2022. Thank you, Al and Judy. Thank you all. God bless you.
We are now ready to break ground, which is directly behind everyone. There's soil there that's been dropped by Childers Construction.